I will start off this video by saying the next NASCAR stop motion race will be up as soon as it can possibly be up. We are very busy people over here working on these races. Not only the races are our projects, but we also have other stuff for other channels and other people as well. So just want to let you guys know that, just so that you guys know that we are not just being lazy with the stop motions. We actually have other projects as well. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start this video. I want to start off by saying thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers on the Miscraft channel. And it's not as many subscribers, of course, as other NASCAR YouTubers or other large YouTubers, but it's big for me. You know, I've had this YouTube channel for nearly 4.5 years, I guess, now. And to hit 5,000 subscribers and already be nearly at 5.1, that is amazing. Thank you guys for that. And I just want to say, this is going to be great. Thank you guys, and the next race will be out soon from Iowa. You guys will absolutely love it. Anyways, what I wanted to do in this video was go through some of my old NASCAR stop motion races from seasons 1 through 6 that I currently have right now. We're going to start off really early, and we're going to go find that video right now. And so I go to my uploads here, and then we go all the way back to the date added for oldest videos on the channel. And you're going to see all of my old stuff, all my Minecraft stuff I used to do, my Geometry Dash stuff I used to do. And then it was at the, right here, the Miscraft Cup Series signups. This was on, oh man, I don't even know. This was May 6th, 2016 that I posted the first ever signups video for the Miscraft Cup Series. I don't do signups anymore, but this is when I used to, and man, oh man, looking at it now, I am, wow. Yeah, so that's that. And then the first ever race I have on my channel was the Miscraft Cup Series Shootout. Only 400 views on this video, and I remember I had recorded this that one of the NASCAR intros right here. It was just kind of funny because at the time I was still using Bandicam to record things, and I just didn't download the video or anything. I just recorded it straight off of YouTube. It's hilarious. And then we go into the actual race itself. So, oh god, this is gonna be interesting.
International, where today we go racing in the Miscraft Cup Series.
In the Miscraft Cup Series. In the Miscraft Cup Series. Oh my gosh, I was so bad. This was, oh no, this is such a bad time for me, honestly. Dude, look at the track. Look at the Michigan logo. Oh no. Oh, what? Why is the M and the E for Miscraft Elite like, oh no, dude! I didn't even fill in the whole entire front stretch. Oh no!
The Miscraft Cup Series around this 2-mile oval.
I thought I was so cool back then. I had no music in the background. No, that you could hear the white noise everywhere in the background of the videos, and it was just me going, "Welcome to the Miscraft Cup Series at the Michigan International." Oh my gosh!
As well, Kyle Busch and Danica.
I added the music in here.
Then you have AJ Allmendinger.
I added music. Oh no, the Blaney. I had so many custom stuff with Blaney. Oh no. And the thing is, like, if I go back to default view, there's bars on the side of the screen because I didn't know how to put the aspect ratio on the video. Oh no. This is all one take, by the way.
Come off of turn number 4. Green flag is coming in the air and
no, no, that is so bad. That is so bad. The stop motion. Oh no. And this is when I didn't realize what tripods were. I had not used a tripod for this. I was using a small camera. I didn't have any like big cameras at the time, so I was just using a handheld camera. I had no tripods or anything.
Front of the 19, here comes Ryan Newman making moves to the inside. He's not going to be able to get to the quarter panel of the 19. Now he's trying to make moves once again as they dive down into turn number 1.
And this stop motion was not as bad compared to the first race at Martinsville. And I also use a lot of copyrighted music when I was starting off.
Cup Series for the first race.
And the intro here's not bad for how young I was. But you know, I mean, the track's still not great. But at least I used music.
And you have Paul Menard.
And I remember I didn't have full signups at the time either, so you could just see like my grandpa here, and then Paul Menard in row number 2. And look at how trashy the cars were too. Like the Truex car, the front end of it, that used to say Denver mattress on the car. But the paint had chipped so bad that I just went ahead and took off the Denver mattress logo so it didn't look that bad. I was like, oh, I'm very smart doing this. But if you look at Paul Menard's car, it's even worse. So I'm gonna go on to my Daytona race, my first ever plate race I did. This was not bad, but the commentary was the worst part about this whole thing because I was feeling under the weather when I recorded this, and you could hear me sniffling a whole bunch. It was just a lot of.
Ryan Newman gets them started off as they hit
Once
down
again,
into
stop
turn
motion
one.
not great because I wasn't using a tripod, so I had to kind of estimate where everything was.
Back straight away, the 78
Oh, and there's a
loses
sniff
lot of
right
ground.
there.
Here
Ugh.
comes Stewart Haas, racing driver, side by side, and that makes 3 wide on the back straightaway into turn 3.
Help
Now
me.
through the tri-
So, this commentary right here is me mishearing the careening out of control from Talladega
Side over side, careening out of control.
on the MRN radio in 2016. I said parading out of control.
Some sort of traction in this.
This is
series
bad.
On the outside lane. Oh, there goes Stewart, sideways, parading out of control in the back straightaway.
And the worst thing was you could hear a sniff, the mucus, and then a voice crack all within like 3 words of each other. How did I think this was good? Alright, we're gonna move on to season number 2 here, and I actually had some decent stuff here. The intro was not too bad. But, okay, never mind, except for that logo was horrible.
Miscraft for 10 laps.
Stop motion got a lot better. I started using a tripod when I did this, so everything was a lot smoother. But when I tried to do follow shots, it was not good. And I'm actually going to show you that right now because what you guys probably don't know is I tried running an Xfinity series, and I'm going to have to find it. All right, I found it. So what the plan was to get the Miscraft Cup Series Class B Series to go the day before the Cup Series. That took a long time to make, so I never really actually finished doing that. And so the first race was at the Miscraft Super Speedway, and it wasn't too bad until I started doing the stop motion. So stop motion wasn't that bad, but my shutter speed was absolutely horrible when I started doing all this stuff, so that was not great. But this is when it got really bad, was when I tried to follow other cars. I didn't realize I had to do fixed points on race cars, or at least on a certain track, part of the track, to make it a lot smoother. But I had a lot of crashes early, stuff still wasn't that smooth, but I filmed this before the opener to season number 2. And not a bad crash, right? I did that twice. The Miscraft Cup Series Season 2 was actually supposed to be a full custom racetrack season, but I ended up taking a break after Maine because I ended up moving my track table, and so that's why everything changed going into Texas. It was a lot better. This was the main raceway, so it was kind of like New Hampshire, in the fact that it was like a mile long and it was very flat. But I thought it was a pretty nice little race, especially for what I was doing. But at the time, I really liked to do restart crashes, as you could see, and a lot of cars were involved in these crashes. Yeah. And so the return of the Miscraft Cup Series after like a 2-month hiatus at the time was at Texas. This is one of my favorite tracks I made at the time. Not great at this point, but yeah, stop motion was not great, but at least I had the speed to it, so it wasn't the slow stop motion I had before. But even still, stop motion was a lot better, especially with my crash and stuff. I was waiting to get to this one because Talladega, the first race I did at this racetrack, oh my gosh, the introduction to this thing was horrible and very blurry, but that's okay. But this was the first time that I added a custom in the series, technically. I made a Sharpie custom, the 74 car. I thought it looked decent at the time. Not anymore. One thing I really liked doing was doing blowovers, and this is one of the first couple that I did, and I tried my hardest, okay? So moving on, we're gonna go straight to, the third season. This is when things I thought started to get pretty good, but this season I like to call the short race season, because all of these races were either really short or just not done very well. But in Bristol was my technical second night race. I was pretty proud of it, but still, once again, very blurry. This is the highest quality I have on this video, is 480p. So the next thing I needed to start doing was quality, start upgrading a lot of things, and this was not that bad. Atlanta was another big one because I had a blowover on lap number 1, and yeah. Yeah, and so a lot of people didn't like this because they were like, what, a blowover at Atlanta? Yeah, I know. I said it was possible because I was looking at, oh yeah, Keselowski did it, and it didn't register. Hey, they had a wing. Also, ARCA blowover off a restart, nearly. I don't know. Yeah, you got a very good point here, tiny car, vroom vroom. So one thing I did in season number 3 that people really liked and I kind of need to do again is a broadcast style race. This is 46 minutes of race, or I guess of broadcast, and I thought it turned out pretty good. I was so happy about this, and I also had a qualifying race in Xfinity cars. Oh my gosh, I was so proud of this when it happened. It's not the greatest anymore, but man, I was so proud of this at the time. I got people to do advertising stuff. NRF was in here. I think I had an old school project in here for an advertisement. And so this is also the first race that Maxwell started doing graphics. And this man can do some graphics, let me tell you. Not the greatest of stop motion, but man, oh man, did the graphics start to make everything go together so nicely. Pacey Kane got himself a win at Daytona. And there's like a million big ones in this race. So we move on to the season that really started to get me going here. Miscraft Cup Series season number 4. This is when I started introducing the damage and also spoiling the races and the thumbnails. But we'll get to that in a minute. Dude, there were so many things this season that I introduced. I mean, there was a big overhaul with the with everything this season. Maxwell and I tried to go through with the graphics really hard this year, at least this season. This was 2018, so this is 2 years ago, and we tried getting this cool thing called Fast going, where it was a play on speed on the speed channel, and so we wanted to have the Fast channel on here. But you can see the Miscraft thing in the bottom right, man. We were popping off in 2018, man. And with the graphics, with the upping in stop motion, with all of this, we had to add damage. The reason this happened was because when I went to go check out on Plain Me Sales for an Alex Bowman car, we accidentally bought 2 extra because we weren't looking at the quantity. And so that was the day it was like, you know what? I'm going to make a custom car and I'm going to damage one of these things. And oh my gosh, people loved it. 33,000 views and a shout out from ACS Racing. Boy, oh boy, Affleck at the time, but boy, oh boy, man, this was when everything started to go crazy. I really do appreciate everyone who started to love the series right at this point. I was blown away when this happened. I still had trashy logos in the series. I still had trashy stop motion and commentary, white noise all over the place, bad commentary. Tracks looked absolutely horrid. The walls and stuff, I mean, it was not clean. But once Maxwell popped on, once the damage started to come in, once all the support started coming in, I started upping my game, and that's when it started to get at least half decent. And thank you guys, because I'm happy now with my track table over here, with projects on the way, and also I'm happy to look back at some of these races and go, I had fun making that. So we're gonna go ahead and go back into this race because I want to show you guys the first crash. If you haven't seen it before, go back and watch it. It's really hard to watch, I know, but I introduced stage racing and stuff, so that's why there's a white flag in this. And huge hit for Bowman, and it looks like Ryan Blaney's involved as well. And then Pocono came around. I believe this is my most watched or second most watched video on the channel right now. And man, oh man, I mean, this is one of the worst races I've ever made. Stop motion was not great for season number 4 standards, especially with the new track. This is when I repainted my table, so that's why everything looked really dark and just got really upgraded really quickly there. That's why you see so many car marks right here on the racetrack. But this was when I started spoiling my races in the thumbnails. This is one of the worst ways I've damaged a race car. The whole entire hood comes off of the 3 for some reason, and I never understood why I did that. I also did a couple things with the Charlotte Roval. I half predicted the finish of the first Charlotte Roval race, and I reused the Alex Bowman damaged diecast. So as you can see, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney in the top 2. Denny Hamlin sitting second right now. Of course, Truex leading, and Jimmy Johnson in real life was sitting second, but Blaney comes through from third in both races to win at Charlotte Roval. And this was July 6th. This was way before the actual Charlotte Roval race. And there's Alex Bowman flipping. He lost a tire and dug into the ground and flipped him. And then here's the 12th going to come through and win the race. So one thing I also started to do was a lot of onboards this season. And so coming to the halfway in season number 4 at Kansas, I had Ryan Newman and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. tangle in turn 1, and another big crash I spoiled on the thumbnail again. And this time, I damaged 2 cars in the crash, and I thought it worked out pretty well. The most popular crash in Miscraft Cup Series history, in this race right here. This race right here is what really got me on the map. I guess, okay, the start of season 4 did, but this, right up there. I mean, right up there. You're gonna hear me voice crack. You're gonna hear me slam a table, and you're gonna hear me go crazy over a car hitting a catch fencing. And people loved it, okay? And I don't know why, but people loved it. 34,000 views. Great, cool. Still not that much compared to other people, but it's still a lot of people. So, why do you guys like this stuff? On his back bumper. And he's gonna slide sideways, goes to Logano, into the catch fencing, slamming back to the ground. Oh, man. That was a race and a half. And so to follow up with the crash, I put Austin Cindric in the 22 car for the rest of the season 4. And yeah, no joke, there was an actual injury report I had for the crash. NMCS Care Center, it should be Talladega. Joey Logano health report. Following the incident on the final lap at Talladega Superspeedway, Joey Logano was sent to be provided with extensive care due to, what is that wording? Report, L1 level 1 concussion due to extreme inertia on impact, hyperextension of left arm. Into the catch fencing? Why did I think that? Due to steering wheel snap. Extreme soreness caused by the exerted forces, and he will sit out the remainder of season 4 by personal and Penske request. And I think that also with these 3 things, he would not return to he would not return to NASCAR racing at any time soon after that crash, especially with a concussion. So why buy Penske and personal request? I have no idea why I said that. I was pretty stupid at the time, okay? It was still 2018, okay? Give me a break. Anyways, of course, with the stop motion finale at Dover, I think was this the only race this season I didn't have a damaged diecast? No, okay, West Wave and Dover did not have a damaged diecast in it. But man, oh man, there was a whole bunch of in this race, so I'm not going to go over that one. And so on to the most recent season of the Miscraft Cup Series, of course, season number 5, the most recent full season. So season number 5 here at the Daytona International Speedway. This was a race that I was not very proud of because I thought it was a step down from what I had done in season 4, only because of the inconsistency with the shutter speed and stuff like that. You can see, this was the first race I started using my umbrella lights, and I didn't do very well, did I? But I thought that the first crash that I did was actually pretty good, with Denny Hamlin and Ryan Newman getting involved here off turn 4. I thought it was pretty cool, because Denny kind of got in the air, wasn't really a flip, didn't really have any potential to go upside down, but you know, that's okay. Las Vegas, not great. Richmond, not great, but Gateway is really when the Joey Logano and Jimmy Johnson rivalry started up. Charlotte, dirt track, not a great dirt track race. Watkins Glen, it was kind of eh. North Wilkesboro was pretty decent, I'd say. Talladega, once again. People said I half predicted Ryan Newman's crash, and I'm like, I don't know. You're reaching a lot to try to get this crash to look like the Daytona crash from this year. But yeah, Ryan Newman flips off of turn number 2 right here. You can see, kind of flips into the outside wall. Not much like Daytona, but you know, it's whatever. David Reagan wins this race. Atlanta Motor Speedway, man, this was one of the first races. This was the first race I did with banking. The banking looks really nice as well because the poster board or whatever I used for the actual surface of the racetrack had bumps in it like Atlanta does. And this is one really good race, I thought. Stop motion was pretty good. The Paul Menard and Martin Truex Jr. crash I thought was really good. Yeah, I really thought this was actually really decent quality right there. Man, I just love how I was able to get the pieces to come off the car. So I thought that was really, really, really cool. And then the points battle was actually confusing for some people because they thought that it was a Final Four thing, but it really was not. It was a full points race to the end of the season, and Joey Logano and Jimmy Johnson were, I think, 1 point a difference. So Joey Logano would have had to win the race to get enough points to be ahead of Johnson. So we now have the most recent 3 stop motions that have been uploaded on the channel. We have Daytona, Phoenix, and Texas. I absolutely love the Daytona race. The audio mixing, the quality of the camera, the quality of the stop motion, the crash that I had, the new graphics package Maxwell worked on for tons of hours. guys, if you guys have not said anything to Maxwell yet, please go give him a round of applause for what he's done. Good lord, man, this guy can make some graphics, okay? Maxwell, if you're watching this, hi. But one of my favorite crashes I've ever made was this one right here, off of turn number 2 at Daytona, season number 6. I gotta say, this Larsoneer flip was amazing. And I just wish the commentary was a little bit better. But also one thing that people were very frustrated about was the finish to Daytona right here. Let's see here. The Kevin Harvick crash, because he was supposed to finish in 4th or something like that, because you can see he was already past the line. That was before Chase Elliott and Logano got there. Whoopsies! So, of course, I also had to include the recreation of the 2016 finish from Phoenix. This was something really fun to do. This took me a day to do, and I really enjoyed making it. ACS is challenged. I think Perfect 8 Cup Series won that. Props to him, dude. If you guys have not checked out Perfect 8 Cup Series, you need to go check him out because he's got some amazing tracks and stop motion. So, yeah, check him out as well. But man, oh man, this is when I started using the zoom out effect actually in post, and I thought the depth of my most recent stuff was amazing. Alright, so I'm going to leave you guys here with a little preview of the thumbnail for the Iowa race. It is complete. I'm almost done with the next race after Iowa, so hopefully if the graphics come out pretty quickly there, you guys will see them pretty evenly spaced together. So hopefully you guys are excited for the next couple of races for the Miscraft Cup Series. They'll be coming out soon enough, don't you worry. I know it's a little slow, but it's okay. We've got heavy agendas, both sides over here, especially Maxwell, so just give him time, guys. He really deserves it, especially with how much work he's done for me and the channel, and how much he's really helped out the series. So thank you guys for watching here today. This has been a lovely look back at the history of the NASCAR Miscraft Cup Series, stop motion series. And man, oh man, I just want to thank you guys for all your support once again. And I gotta say, this has been a journey, a lifelong journey. Ever since I was a kid, I started up little series such as the Erector Building Set Cup Series, or the Advocate Xfinity Series, or whatever it was called. And I used to do those all the time. I had no cameras or anything at the time, so I was just doing cars around little racetracks or something like that. And I was waiting for the day to get a camera to be able to do stop motion, and that's when season 1 started. And then we got a really nice camera, and then we started to go up and up and up from there. And here we are today, season number 6 of the Miscraft Cup Series. Quality is a lot better. You guys are enjoying them, and I am enjoying making them. So 5K on the channel now. Man, oh man, that's a pretty cool number. I know it's not as high as other people, but I can still be happy about it. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever it may be. Peace.